Namaste, namaste, my soul tribe. Tara here with you once again. I'm really enjoying coming on and speaking with you all. And thank you so much for your interest in getting onto our page, the Instagram, and um, seeing the different videos that we're putting up, the IGTV lives. We are going to be coming up with a lot of interesting content, guys. And do keep a look out for something called the Warriors of Light, which is again a very interesting series that we are coming out with. And there's information there on the page. So I'm not going to be speaking about that right now. Um, So once again, I honor the creator within you and acknowledge it. And I acknowledge and honor the creator within me. So with that, this platform is all about recognizing who you are and knowing. In fact, let me not say knowing, but igniting that spark within of the magic, the magic that you all possess. Um, and knowing fully well that yes, um, we are those magical beings who have rejected our own selves, who have pushed our own brilliance away and abandoned our own selves, because of which we are today experiencing so much of um, dissatisfaction, let me say, or hopelessness. So I wanted to speak about something today, guys, with you all, which I'm going to be calling as the pitfalls of being on the spiritual journey. And we're going to be breaking down the word spiritual as well, by the way, as we go along, because we are not we are humans here in the body, right? The soul is spirit, yeah, but the purpose of us coming into the human body is to experience the human and to honor the human experience. So what has happened is, because we were wounded, we went ahead and experienced certain ways of being which were um, around the need to possess, the need to feel special, the need to be acknowledged, yeah. And of course, that's a very normal human need, but because of the fact that that need was being received with a lot of battering, yeah, which means I was not being acknowledged, I was not being made to feel special, and there was nothing wrong in my wanting to be made to feel special. I adopted certain ways of being, yeah, which would then be termed as me being very greedy or me being very aggressive in my wanting to be made to feel special. And because of that, what then happened was I ended up creating some ruckus on the outside where, let's say, I've ended up causing pain to someone, yeah, or I have ended up trying to manipulate something where I would be then drawing that attention to me, which I was desiring, which was not coming to me organically. So what then happened was, because I've caused so much of pain, and then I started. Let's say I was on my that was something that put me on my inner journey, yeah, and and that's when I realized that I've caused pain to the other, or I've realized that I caused a lot of problems for someone. And let's say if that's where my awakening started, then what happens is we start to demonize that need, that exact need that actually made me behave in a particular way, which was undesirable by me. And then when I demonize that, when I judge that, what then happens is I start to reject it. So I start to reject the need to feel special. I start to reject the, let's say, the human body. Yeah. I start to reject the need for money or the need for fame or success. And I come across so many such people who have rejected that because they have blamed that exact need to have been the cause of their suffering, or to for them to have given suffering or hurt to someone, that they then block it. So that very need that I was here to experience, coming in the human body, I have pushed away. So I call this the pitfalls, en route, to the inner process, yeah, or the spiritual path. So when I have rejected all of that, a part of me is still desiring it, right? So there are two of me's then that start to form within me. One of me is a very strong voice because it is coming from um, that pain or that feeling of guilt that I've caused to the other, that I've caused pain to the other. It may not also be guilt; it could just be that um, I ended up creating problems in my own life because of a particular way of being. Yeah. um, and then I start to judge that, my desire of that thing, not knowing that actually my desire was not the one that was to be blamed. There was no blame in any case to begin with, but my desire was not that thing that caused me the problem. It was um, certain beliefs that I was holding, which again, we've spoken about beliefs before here on the channel. I'm like, those are my favorites. So certain beliefs that I've held internally within me that have ended up making me um, feel that I couldn't get that thing organically. Yeah. And because of that, I needed to manipulate, I needed to trick someone, I needed to um, do all those things, and then that ended up causing hurt to someone else. And because it has caused hurt to a loved one, or I've ended up, let's say, losing a relationship or a connection because of that, then I would blame myself for that, and then I suppress that desire. So when I've suppressed that desire in this quantum field, what is then taking place is that that desire is still vibrating in my field. Yeah. Even though it's suppressed, it's still vibrating. So I continue to be in this struggle of rejecting that thing. And I'm going to be giving you some examples because this may be quite abstract to for some of you. Yeah. um, so I'm in the process of saying no to that. But internally, somewhere, when I see someone else thriving, I'm like, no, even I want it. I wish I could have it. So acknowledging you're human, yeah, acknowledging what you're here to experience. It's like, if you go to watch a movie in a theater, yeah, you're there to enjoy, you're there to have fun, you're there to chill, you're there to unwind and just sit there and switch off your monkey mind chattering and all of that. But then if you've not done that, then the purpose is defeated. You might as well would have sat at home and not gone for that movie, or let's say gone out with friends. So the purpose of being here on the planet is to honor the human that I am. And what are the desires and the needs of the human? And now, mind you, I'm not talking about the human who's been wounded, because the human who's been wounded will be experiencing desires um, from a different viewpoint totally, and will be in the process of causing hurt to another. So what needs to then be removed is not my desires, yeah, but those wounds that I am carrying internally within me, which are actually making me behave in a very, what is the word that I can use here, obsessively about something. Let's say, okay, let's say low self-worth, yeah. let's say I have a low self-worth about me, and I need people to continue to praise me if I'm, let's say I'm a painter and I want to be receiving those praises from everyone from the world, yeah, and and I'm really good at it. But if I'm not receiving those praises, yeah, then I'm feeling really bad, and I'm not trusting my skill, that I'm, whatever the work that I'm putting out, not only that it's corroding that desire to be coming through to me, but also what it's doing is it is also, um I may end up, yeah, um blaming that need for success, or the need for being a very, yeah, famous painter, yeah, I may end up blaming that, and I may end up giving that up, because because I'm feeling that I'm receiving this pain of being rejected, yeah, as a painter. So that means there's something wrong in my desiring that thing, instead of me actually seeing the real cause of it, which is what? Which is me having low self-worth and not trusting and believing in my own self. So when I when I a acknowledge the fact that there's nothing wrong in my desiring to be famous, let's say, because human beings have a huge, massive program going on, guys. We have been made to feel guilty about any kind of thing that we are going to be enjoying, yeah. And spirituality has called it excesses, that you should stay away from excess of anything, it's not good. Excess of fame, of success, of money, or anything else, yeah. And then there are words like greed that are put around it. Now, don't get me wrong, greed connotation, or the word greed is coming from um, experiencing something from a viewpoint of hoarding that, right? Why? Because it's coming from a scarcity program, because I feel I won't have it, I need to accumulate it. So that's where greed is coming from. However, if I'm not having a scarcity program, not operating from a scarcity template, then I would not even be needing to hoard that thing. I'll be very easy around it. It's the difference between someone who's wealthy and someone who's rich. Wealthy person, he owns it, he just kind of, it's like he'll be even comfortable flaunting it, right? But someone who's rich, yeah, they are not very comfortable around that. They will kind of be very sort of cautious, and kind of feel a bit uppity around the fact that, oh, I belong to this strata of society, and so on and so forth. So that's a wounding, the way they behave then, yeah. They're kind of having a chip on the shoulder. That's sort of coming from a wounded space. So acknowledging the human that I am, acknowledging the desires that have come here to experience, the divine that I truly am, the creator that I am, I deserve to experience whatever it is that this planet has to offer. Abundance, ease, flow. Um, I was just speaking with someone, and the person was like, "Oh my God, I need, I want to have so many followers, because we're all being corrupted by the smartphones, yeah, and everything is around how many followers you have, social media and XYZ and all of that, and that's how quote unquote powerful you are, kind of you deem to be, right?" So I was speaking with someone, and the person was like, I don't get too many followers, I need more followers and all of that and everything, yeah. At the same time, the person is, why should I be desiring that? So I asked him, I said, you want it or you don't want it? So he's like, I want it, but I don't want to want it, yeah. So I asked the guy, why do you not want it, yeah. um so he's like, because it makes me feel very uncomfortable, I'm trying to compare myself with all of those who have so many followers and all of that and everything. So I was like, what you need to drop is not your desire to have the followers, but your comparisons. So what you need to be operating from is this place of just dancing the dance, being in the moment, enjoying what you're doing. it shouldn't be seeming to be an effort. When you're out there, when you're putting yourself out there, when you're doing things, and you're wanting the world to see you, and own it fully. Don't feel guilty about putting yourself out there or desiring something which truly belongs to you. Let's get rid of the I do not deserve program that we are carrying, because this has been put in us specifically so that we can be kept in a place of just having enough. Yeah. So that from morning till night, we're kind of, like slaves. We don't even get any time to think, then to contemplate who we truly are, or to kind of, to own the magic that I can actually create on the outside. So if I'm not able to see that, then obviously I won't be able to create it. So that's the reason, it's very kind of beneficial for some people to keep you in a place of lack. Now, you need to use your cognition and the inner intuition, just marry both of these things together, and come from that space to see whether it helps you to reject that human. Because the human body you're in, till the time you're here, you will be needing to do all those things. In the quantum structure, money is a structure, the desire to have fame and success is a structure. You cannot be rejecting these structures. Acknowledge and accept these structures without being obsessive about it. So the obsession part of it needs to go, not your desire of that thing. There's nothing wrong in your desiring it. Let's drop that judgment that we've placed on ourselves, to want to be successful, to want to be famous, to want to be rich and happy and all of that, and seeing it only coming from a wounding that we've gone through. So don't fight that, guys. Acknowledge the woman, yeah, the human that we are, and that human, that human, yeah, that I am, which starts to then finally see itself as the creator. So if you are the creator, wouldn't you just own everything and want it and desire it? And see, these new age gurus, there are a lot of these new age gurus out there who would tell you, no, it's not good to have any, to desire anything, and to just be kind of staying out of sort of having too much and all of that. What does that keep you in? Does that give you freedom? Tomorrow, if you go to work and you don't have enough, and your bosses or someone at your workplace is kind of being an asshole, excuse my French here, then are you able to kind of just say, I'm just quitting? I do not want to use any of these words here right now on this platform, but you know what I mean, that I'm just going to give in my papers and I'm leaving. Will you have that luxury? If you do not give yourself that luxury, you're not free. So if you're wanting to be free, start to see who you truly are. Stop rejecting these things. Stop blaming these things for your pain and your misery. Thank you so much. I'm going to be coming out with much more of these things. Do let us know what is it that you would want to hear, and acknowledge that creator that you are by acknowledging the human that you are. Stay happy and blessed, irrespective, guys.